Good afternoon. Welcome to the Board of Assessors meeting, October 21st, 2020. In attendance today is Director Diane Bishop, Martin Grudge, and myself, and Bill Johnston. Before the agenda, read off pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GLC 30A and 19, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. The meeting will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access proceedings in real time via technological means, and will be posted on the Town of East Long Meadow website as soon as possible after the meeting. In addition to being posted on the town website, the meeting recordings will be aired as soon as possible on LCAT's channel 192 and LCAT's YouTube channel, LCAT 01028. And I see another member is trying to get on, and I don't know if she needs the assistance of Don Mackey.
So she dialed in.
Yep.
She is allowed to talk right now, but she has to unmute *6 on her phone.
Okay.
So, yep.
There you are.
Okay, there I am.
All right. Good afternoon, Marilyn.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
We're just starting now, so Marilyn Gadini,
Yep,
board member, has joined us. So we have a review of the minutes from the meeting from September 26th from Bill Johnson.
September 16th.
Oh yeah, what did I say?
Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed the minutes, the open session and executive session minutes from September 16th, 2020, and I find them to be in order, and I move that they be accepted.
Okay, I believe no discussion. Is there a second?
I second.
All those to accept the meeting say aye.
Aye.
Oh, we do
Aye.
a roll call vote, sorry. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. First order of business is a warrant from a fiscal 2021 boat excise commitment of $2,746. This is something we need to sign at a later date, Diane?
Yes, at your earliest convenience, but you will be doing a roll call vote so we can get this processed.
For this one now or after?
Since this is the only warrant, you may want to do the roll call vote now when you get
Okay.
the reports. If there's anything that needs a roll call vote, you can do them in a group.
Okay, so we got one warrant in open, so we will take a roll call vote on accepting the warrant for fiscal 2021 boat excise commitment. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. First report is a motor vehicle abatement report. We have 3 years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. No discussion on that. And we move on to the LA3 sales report. We had some prior meeting discussion talking about the major increase in values or increase in some sales. We went over a few sales. Marilyn, if you've gone over this, do you have any questions on any particular sale?
Yeah, there's oh, I see it now. I think I'm okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
okay.
Bill, you're all right?
Yes, the values are up. Sale
Values
prices
are
are
up.
up.
Prices are rising. Yeah, a
Yep.
lot of low ratios or high ratios, however you want to look at it. We've already discussed a non-arm's length sale. Some new constructions don't jive, but that's normal. So we'll move on from them. No more discussion of LA3 sales report. Move on to
I'm good.
building permits.
Mhm.
Diane will give us how many new construction?
We have 3 new single-family homes for the month of September, and we are now up to 21 year-to-date.
Okay. They're building again.
Did they extend Fairway Lane? Is that why there's new construction? Or
So
were there just lots?
No, they're just starting that now. That's really the first home being built on now.
so they,
Oh, okay.
They had one on the corner and they had the other one that was
That's
at
all right.
on the end.
I'm thinking of Fenway. This is Fairway. Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah, off of Maple.
Yep, got it.
Okay. Yep, they're building, they'll be filling that street in also.
Mm-hmm.
And the usual permits of insulation, roof, siding, solar, a few solars. And that's it. Any discussion on the building reports? Does not look like
Nope,
it.
looks good.
Notice to accounting. Got the totals from the other stuff? I'm out of.
this is the total from all commitments or warrants that we have processed for the month of September.
Do I need to read the total? I've lost my.
Do
Okay.
you want the total?
Said 80,871.
Yep.
Yep.
Thousand and 21 cents. Okay. And now we move on to the director's report.
Well, seeing on that is the last one of the reports, do you want to take a roll call vote for the motor vehicle abatement report and the notice to accounting that you will be signing at your earliest convenience when you stop in?
Oh, okay. I thought you just want to do the one roll call vote from the warrant, so. Yeah. I remember that conversation 10 minutes ago. Okay. So you want to do them individually or one at a time?
You can do the motor vehicle abatement report and the notice to accounting report. If the board is in agreement, you can do it all in one roll call vote.
Make a motion to accept the motor vehicle abatement report for 3 years and the notice of accounting total for the month of September. Roll call vote. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. We move on to fiscal 2022, chapter 61B application.
No, can we back up and let me do my report now?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah.
I threw you off. I'll be very,
All about Diane, I know.
I'll be very as of Monday, October 19th, we started to accept the exemption applications. We did mail them out to any person who received an exemption, whether it be senior, blind, or veteran in the prior year. We have had phenomenal feedback. I cannot believe how many people have already filed. The picnic tables outside have come in really handy. We have people wait for us out there. We go and get all of their documentation, come in, make copies, and then go back out to help them. Everyone has been extremely happy with us being able to accommodate them and them being able to actually drop it off and hand it to us. It gives them a nice sense of security.
Oh, good.
The Fy21 valuations, as the board knows, that the Department of Revenue has approved our LA3, LA4 classification report, our LA13 growth, and our LA15 interim adjustment, and that took place on October 1st. The next step is that we will be working on the tax recap so we can get an approved tax rate. This does require several departments' inputs, and in order for the tax classification hearing to proceed, which we're tentatively planning on November 10th, and I believe it's scheduled at 6:10 that evening, we do have to know the excess levy capacity in order to provide that number to the town council prior to signatures. So we are moving along. I do have high hopes that we will be all prepared to go forth. You will have your tax classification hearing packet that we're going to look at tonight. And I do stress that I am using the levy capacity that the town manager's budget and the financial oversight committee's budget both put forth before the town council, and it was approved by the town council. The number could be ever so slightly different because a lot of times when you go to enter information on the tax recap, it sometimes rounds it up or down a little. But I'm pretty confident that the information that I'm providing to the board tonight will be where the tax rate most likely will fall. Income and expense penalty guidelines, I did send to the board the guideline that the Board of Assessors adopted back in 2015 in March. And I am looking to see about revising one area of this adopted guideline and delete the language of accountable mail and replace it with the regular mail or the USPS mailing system. And we originally went with accountable mail because we were informed through our assessing associations that we had a much better opportunity if we were to go to the appellate tax board, that we had documentation that it was actually mailed. It was also supposed to promote better returns for income and expense forms. And unfortunately, the only thing that we have noticed since 2015 is additional work, additional time spent at the post office. It has not proven to give us any better return, and it has not helped us at the appellate tax board. So the only two areas I did give the actual guideline was just deleting the accountable mail and deleting the sentence that said we'd use the firm mailing book for accountable mail, and then just revising the date if the board is in agreement with this.
Okay. Which we are.
Yes, I
Yeah.
definitely agree with this one.
Yep.
So I will update that, and starting in the next March, when I be sending income and expense out again, we will be using the regular form of mail.
Are the values ready for the town yet?
The values are certified, and I have already updated
New values, I should say, new values.
our values, yes. And I have updated the assessor's website under Newsflash with the FY21 old to new values.
Okay.
So they are up and readily available.
Great, so for the public, the values are available, but the new tax rate has not been set yet.
Correct.
That'll happen in a couple of weeks.
And now we
Okay.
can move into the FY22 Chapter 61B applications, if it's the board's pleasure.
Okay. We shall move on to that.
Unsure how you would like to do this to make it the most efficient.
Yes,
If you would like, you all have a rolling file of these applications. I have a list in the exact order that your rolling file is in, and I could read off the parcel ID, location, owner name, acres, and the chapter that they're applying for.
okay,
And then at this point, for 61B, because we can do it in open session, if you are going to approve the application, they all do require roll call votes. So I don't know if you want to do it at the end of me giving you the list, or if you want to do them each individual.
does it start at 32-32C?
That would be 61A, and that has to be done in executive session because it has income information attached to it.
I'm looking for the B. How many of the B are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Okay. We can do a collective, we do it collectively at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you want me to read them off, or do you? What would you prefer? What's your preference?
I would like you to read them off because I have the As, but I don't have the Bs readily available.
Okay.
Fire
So-
away. Hang on, maybe I do have an A.
Would have started with the Pease Road property.
No, I
Right.
had that. I had that, that was a 3232. You said that was an A.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the other Pease Road property. It's 43-20-0.
Okay. Go ahead, you can read that off then.
Okay, just so the board is aware that all of the applicants have met all of the requirements and all documentation is attached to their application. So the following 61B applications were received and are looking for a Board of Assessor approval. Would be parcel 43-20-0, and it is 243 Pease Road. There are 12.62 acres of land, and it's under 61B. Then there is 43-33-0, 562 Prospect Street, 13.95 acres under 61B. We have parcel 58-40-0, 380 Porter Road, 27.13 under 61B. 58-40A-0, 360 Porter Road. There's 16.63 acres under 61B. 67-11-B, 60 Pease Road, 7 acres under 61B. 69-12-0, 105 Summersville Road, 107.65 acres under 61B. 72-10A-0, Markham Road, 30 acres under 61B. And the last one is 81-1-0, 56 Summersville Road, 19.35 acres under 61B. And again, they all meet the requirements of the chapter.
Okay, because they do all meet the requirements, we are accepting them. And we will make a motion and to accept the 8 properties for 61B. And we'll take the vote collectively for all 8 properties. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. Okay,
Thank you.
next up is a tax classification packet,
So
which is very similar to years past.
That's-
Mhm.
that is correct. Did everyone have an opportunity to review it?
Yes.
Yep.
Did anyone have any questions on it?
Not at this time, no.
Okay, so I do have the disclaimer again that the recap is not complete. The numbers are based both on the town manager and the Financial Oversights Committee using a levy of 44,743,408. And that also will allow, or it leaves on the table 1.3, close to 1.4 million that we are not appropriating. So it does help to keep the taxation down for this fiscal year. If you do look
Right.
if you do look through the packet, anything that is in red is where I do need to edit. For example, when it's going to be published in the reminder and the exact time that the classification hearing will be held. My last conversation with Jeannie, the town clerk, because there is another public hearing that evening at 6:30. They have scheduled us for 6:15, and generally, I believe our town council is accustomed to the same format that we're providing. So it should go relatively quick and pretty self-explanatory. The only thing would be is if taxpayers had questions or if the town council had needed a little bit more information.
Yeah.
anything on the fiscal year 2021 summary. Those again are the tax rate and the splitting of a tax rate, the way that the tax rate would fall if we did shift to a split tax rate. These numbers are not set in stone, but they are getting, they're most likely going to be pretty close. Once the recap is done, we should be all set. Residential exemptions and small commercial exemption, we actually lost one municipality who is no longer offering them for whatever reasons. But again, I generally share with the town council that our town really isn't conducive to do a small commercial exemption because we are mostly owner occupied, and it really only helps if you have a high rental class of popular or single family homes. It's used more towards the Cape and in Boston and outside of Boston. And the small commercial exemption, we have very few that possibly could qualify.
How is free cash going this year?
So due to COVID, they have made some exceptions, so you could actually utilize free cash from last year. They have not had it cut off previously by July 1. You could not, once July 1 came, free cash was done. So honestly, until the recap is done and until the Schedule A's are done through the accounting office, I really would not have the knowledge of that as of yet.
And I don't have the tax classification packet in front of me. We have a projected tax rate. Are we able to share that with the public
Well,
tonight or no?
we certainly
way.
can, because it is part of our open meeting. And again, I will just always stress that this
Yep,
number
not set in stone, 100%.
is not set in stone, but at the present time, we're looking at $21.06.
That's a very small increase.
And I do
compare-
believe that the small increase was definitely offset by our values, which increased based on sales.
And a little help from personal property also.
Yes, and our free cash, our new growth.
New growth, that's what I
Yes.
meant.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Great, that's a very small increase. It's great for the town.
Yeah.
All right, any thoughts, Bill or Marilyn, on the tax classification packet?
No, that's good.
Okay. And we'll be doing that via Zoom meeting on November 10th, I imagine.
That is providing that our tax recap sheet has all been pulled together, because we technically can give the tax classification hearing because our values have been approved, our sales have been approved, but according to DOR, they want to make sure that the town council is aware of what is excess levy capacity is left. So if anything changes drastically, then you would want them to revisit it. I have talked with our municipal finance director, and he's very aware of our time schedule, and he's pretty confident that we should have all these numbers pulled together. So as soon as I do have the numbers ready to present to the town council, I will make sure that I send the board members a copy that has no red marks in it, and it is a final copy.
Great. Okay. I believe that does it for open session. I make a motion to go into executive session to discuss Chapter 61A applications for fiscal 22, a crumbling foundation application, ATB updates for 2 years, and we will only be returning to open session to record any votes or any roll call votes. Now I make a roll call vote to go into executive session. Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes. Okay, welcome back to open session. Board of Assessors meeting has continued. We will state 618 properties of which we will have pre-approved, and we'll vote on those properties one at a time.
Okay, so we have Chapter 61A applications for fiscal 2022, parcel 32-32-0, Pease Road, 5.78 acres in 61B.
Make a motion to accept. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
We have parcel 32-42-0, Pease Road, 59.07 acres under 61A.
Take a roll call vote to accept. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
There's parcel 32-39-0, Pease Road, 45.2 acres under 61A.
Take a roll call vote to accept. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 37, parcel 36-7-0, 160 Maple Shade Avenue, 3.92 acres.
Make a motion, roll call vote to accept. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
And this goes along with the property we just voted, parcel 36-7A-0, Maple Shade, 25.42 acres.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 66-33-0, 540 Summers Road, 12.48 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 72-10A-0, Markham Road, 64 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 77-60-0, 135 Parker Street, 8.6 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 78-1-0, 16 Meadowbrook Road, 11 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 78-13-0, 96 Parker Street, 19.35 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 79-6A-1, 583 Parker Street, 26.92 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 79-22-0, 141 Meadowbrook Road, 31.89 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
Parcel 91-1-B, Parker Street, 32.97 acres, under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote. Bill Johnston,
Yes.
Mayor Gadini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
And the last one is parcel 91-1-B1, Parker Street, .611 acres under 61A.
Motion to accept, roll call vote, Bill Johnson,
Yes.
Marilyn Godini,
Yes.
Martin Grudgeon, yes.
So I'm unsure if the board has any thought process of when they would like to schedule their next meeting. I do know that we are tentatively planned to have our tax classification hearing, which will be a joint meeting with the Town Council and the Board of Assessors on November 10th, we believe at 6:10. We will have to meet at some point during November to do our typical business. So I will leave that to the board decision.
Well, we'll meet on the 17th then.
On November 17th, that's a Tuesday, we
Oh,
have
we gotta
been,
do Wednesday, all right, November 18th then, yeah.
Yep.
okay, so,
November 18th is fine.
I'm
And
sorry?
then we'll-
November 18th is fine.
Yeah, and then we'll be on Zoom for the town manager meeting or town clerk meeting. Or
Town
for
council.
our tax classification on November 10th.
Right,
And
and
I'll be in a few times before that to go over a few things.
okay, and just keep in mind that it is tentative at this present time, and we do need to have our tax recap done as much as can be. If that cannot happen, if the tax recap sheet is not readily available, so we would know the excess levy capacity, it may have to be delayed.
Okay.
Okay.
And we don't need do we need any, we need signatures to come in individually?
So I encourage everyone to come in after meetings because everything that you did a roll call vote, I do need to have signatures on. So
Yes.
please give us a call ahead so we can let you in unless you have your IDs, and stop in and we'll have these available for your signatures.
I believe that'll do it. Make the motion to dismiss this meeting. Do I get a second?
I
Second.
second.
All those in favor to dismiss? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.